Yeah, I love that you're bringing up community schools. I love to talk about community schools, so buckle up. Let's go. I explain it to everybody. Imagine the Goodwill, imagine the Salvation Army, and we're going to take that sign off of that building and we're going to replace it with a sign that says community schools. Because I think a lot of people think it's a school. They think it's some type of an educational building, and it's not. It's there to support our educational system. It's not a name that we chose. That comes from a government agency somewhere. But the purpose of it is really to make sure kids have access to everything possible to put them in the best light to learn. We know that families, like you're mentioning, can have all kinds of personal struggles, financial and other. And these buildings, they sit at our Title I schools. So we have 5 of them. They're not at all of our schools, but we have 9 Title Is.
They're located on campuses, to be clear.
are.
So when the idea, it's a community school, it is not that particular function of that building is not to teach math, but it is
Correct.
to supply things adjacent to a math or English building, something like that.
Correct. And I tell people, think of it as the community supporting schools. So community schools, maybe that helps with the title. And I would guess that's probably where it came from, but I don't know that. What they have are all kinds of clothing items. I mean, new items, used items. They come by donation. This is not something that's funded by our state. So it's important that our community helps support it for sure. But I mean, there's probably 30, 40 items that they typically are asking for. They're things from laundry soap, cleaners, diapers, various hygiene products, shoes, sometimes snacks, backpacks. I mean, all different kinds of things. They do partner with the Meridian Food Bank. They work with all kinds of community, non-for-profit and whatnot, but it is always in need of more. You know, it's fun to, I think, for different organizations to get together at Christmas, and they'll put together coat drives and different things that help, and that is fantastic. But the next week there's more that they need. It is never ending. Our populations, it's amazing some of the things that I've seen. I tour schools pretty routinely with Dr. Bub. He gets in there about every day. I probably get in there every couple of weeks or so with him. And I have seen students in West Ada with duct tape for shoes. It's amazing. We live in a really wonderful community, and as I've talked to several people about this, about 12 actually on my street that I mentioned it to not too long ago, and I had 8 carloads of items to take over and help out with. We live in a community that wants to help. We live in a beautiful community full of people that care about each other, that love each other, and want to make sure our students and our neighbors have access to anything and everything to help them in their lives, and especially to help our students learn and have opportunities.
Yeah, and the thing that is, in my mind, a little bit unique about community schools, and there are a lot of unique things about them, but it's going directly to the person. It's like 0 administrative cost, 0 waste. It's like if I donate a bottle of shampoo or I donate a backpack, it's literally going into that space, into the Title I school, and it's going on. By the way, could you explain Title I schools, please?
No, great question. I was actually thinking that as I said it. So a Title I school is a school where 50% or more of that population has qualified for free or reduced lunch. Now, what that means is that the caregiver took the time to fill out that application online and qualify for it and go on. So it's going to be at or below the poverty level. We know that not everybody has the means, ability, or whatever to do that. So just because there's 9 that actually qualify as Title I does not mean we don't have kids floating around all over our schools that need that assistance. So it doesn't just stay at the Title I schools. They do share it all over. I've been in several of our middle schools. We don't have, most of our middle schools, I want to say Meridian Middle is the only one that actually qualifies there. But several of them have little closets, if you want to call it that. They have classroom space that's been kind of turned into this type of thing, where our community schools, when they get items that don't apply, maybe they get things at an elementary school that would fit a high school student, those are moved to those areas. They do everything they can to make sure that when a student is identified, and our counselors are doing that, our teachers are doing that, we have talented people in these buildings, they're able to say, hey, little Johnny here is struggling. They need some help. And I've talked to some of our community school counselor advisors, and they've said, no, sometimes we're clothing maybe 5 or 6 kids a day, head to toe, new socks, new underwear, new everything that need help. And there's a myriad of reasons for that. It doesn't mean they don't have a loving home. Sometimes it just means there's a lot of struggles at home. And we're there to help. And we're that kind of community. We want to do that.